Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Linson and old man. How you doing, guys? And Andy, how you doing tonight? And Drag for Life, good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast, the live stream edition. I tweaked the volume on the applause. I hope that's I hope that's more acceptable. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me as always is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I will be doing fantastic if you tell me you've got B2 turned off.
Let me see. Yes, she's doing better now because Scott just turned off B2. This is not on me, all right? This is kind of like her job is to tell me B2's off. So for Belle gets a boo. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast. And we get the applause again. Not only do we get the applause, but before we really fire it up, I have to ask everybody,
are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Boys, let's do this. Saturday night special, and how I do enjoy Saturday nights. I'm not on call this weekend, so that's a good one. So the apple juice is flowing well, and it's already started. I'm just getting in front of that right now. I got a new graphic provided by one of the Discord fellas. Let me see it, and it is right here. Look at how nice that is, huh? That is professional workmanship right there. I kind of like the old one. I miss it. But I can't thank him enough for that. If you are not a member of the podcast Discord, there is so much good, rational information coming out of there that it shocks me that there aren't more folks on it. If you have a question, odds are good there is an answer there, and thankfully, it's not an echo chamber. I hate echo chambers. If it ever got to that point right there where every answer was the same answer, I would pull the plug on it because echo chambers are how you lose money, and none of us are here for that. You need to be able to look at investing from lots of different directions, lots of products, and see the pluses and minuses of all of them. It's great to love a product. It is. We talk about what we really like each and every day here on the podcast, but we also talk about what we don't like about those products. It would be disingenuous to do it any other way. I did get soft for a time. I started doing the YouTube thing, man. Just up, good. Don't worry about the man behind the curtain. I got there for a time, and it was the very Discord, podcast Discord that pulled me back. They brutal. It was rough, man. I felt bad about it. I was like, oh, we got to shut this down, dude. I don't want to get yelled at here in my own Discord. But you know what? It was perfect, man. They snapped me back. So we give all the information we have, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you are tuning in for confirmation bias, I appreciate the visit, but we are probably not for you because we are not about confirmation bias. We are about opinion the way we see it. That's it. We see it this way. We're going to tell you that we see it this way, and there you go. One of the things that I've always stressed, and I like to think that I have been consistent in my message, is that it's okay, it is acceptable to sell overpriced assets. It's not a betrayal. It's called smart investing. I get more crap here for daring to even say that it's sometimes better to realize profits than to watch them all go swirling away and wishing you had sold. Don't be that guy. Now, we've all done it from time to time. Everybody has. Riding that high, riding the pump, and rationality goes right out the window. During those times, and you do something dumb. You do something dumb, like buying back in, hoping it pumps again. Now, I got to ask here, man, show of hands. I know we got a small crowd tonight, but show of hands. Who here has done that? And Belle's going to count them up for me. I know you have. I know it. At worst, you lost some money. All right, but your takeaway from that should have been one hell of a good lesson that will save you a lot more money down the road. It will save you money because every good decision leads to a larger portfolio, more capital, more to invest. So if you got burned by a FOMO rush and it only cost you $500 today, it's going to save you $5,000 6 months from now when you have a lot more to invest in these rushes. And you know what? I'm going to revisit this very paragraph 6 months from now, assuming I don't die from a heart attack before then. I eat really, really bad, and I do not exercise enough. So at 50, the way I eat, that's a realistic scenario. So I'm just going to say, make your cash, ride the wave, then get out and move to the next thing. Because in crypto, there is always, always, always a next thing. Look, I used air quotes. All right, there is something else. Now, the other thing, I'm not going to do the air quotes on this one. The other thing I get an amazing ration of crap for is selling down. Now, I have never understood this one, or why, where your mind is. That you're absolutely stuck into a crypto and there's no way that you can sell. Now, I am more than happy to sell when I'm down. All right, we miss. Everybody misses. Emery's standing by. Emery, why is it okay when I sell down?
Well, one, you might avoid future bigger losses if you see your way down, and two, well, there's a nice tax loss there too.
There's a nice tax loss there too. So this is something that we never ever consider when we think we are stuck in a crypto. All right, you never consider the tax implications on that. I am more than happy to sell down. All right, if we missed, the market crashed, bottomed out, my stop limits got jumped, something like that, I am more than happy to sell when I'm down because I'm writing it off, babe. All right, I have no problem doing that. Everything that I do is short. The bulk of what I do is short. My active trading is short. So, Emery, what if I'm trading cryptos in and out daily? What's my tax liability on the gains?
Depending on how much you make, anywhere from 0 to 20%.
So I'm at least 20% because I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. But let's pretend. Let's have some fun with this one. You bought at $1. All right, you bought let's say BAT. You bought it at $1 and it's at 70 cents. Now, you are absolutely 100% down 30% on this. All right, it's worth 70 cents. It might come back. It probably will. But what are you missing while you're waiting? The capital. That capital can be put to use right now in a different project, something on the uptick. And if you are anywhere decent at trading, you will have recovered that 30% long before your won't sell down crypto has recovered to the point of getting you even. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying, you know what, Scott said do it. Let's go do it, man. Everything that we're down on, because everybody's down right now, let's sell it all. I'm not telling you to do that. I just want you to run some experiments, little experiments. Keep the math handy. Piece of paper right next to your thing. Keep the math handy, all right? And see if you are able to recover if you had sold versus if you did nothing, and see which gets you there first. This is not financial. Oh, look, new graphic. This is not financial advice. All right, it's not. If you aren't ready, you aren't ready, and it is certainly not for everyone. It's just something I would like for you to consider. All right, I'm not judging. I'm just pointing it out. I have been very remiss in my non-financial advice lately, and I realize that. So expect to hear more of this out of me if you can tolerate it. I know the message doesn't resonate real well. Too many people. But you ask, how do you make your money? Scott, how'd you make your money? This is what I did. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about what somebody else did. I don't care what somebody else did. I'm telling you what I do, what I absolutely do. And even a loss is a gain. All right, even a loss is a gain come end of the year, and you can ask my tax man about that. Don't take my word for it. It's Emery. So you know what? You feed him whatever the hell you would like, and he will answer you honestly because he's legally obligated to do so. Go America. New laws have been signed in the U.S., and our very own Emery, the Sith Lord himself, will be taking them apart and just making your day better when he's done. He hit me up during our 5-minute countdown. He said, "Oh, I had to call you, man. I found something else out." It gave me chills. Really, every time he says that, I'm like, boy, why am I sweating? What the hell just happened here, man? Every time he talks about these things, my legs go to jelly because it's never positive. Why do you do this to us, Emery? Don't you understand YouTube? You are only supposed to talk about the good stuff. All right, that's it. The bad stuff is for forums and alternate spaces. It's not for YouTube. So let me ask you, Emery, just before we're going to you. You're going to get your time, man. But is there good stuff in this legislation that you wanted to discuss? Is that why you wanted to call me before the show went live, because you have just such good news to tell me? Is that where we're at here, Emery?
Yeah, I have good news.
Really? Is this good? Is this good for me, or is this good for you as my tax guy? Because these are not the same
It'll
things.
ensure that the taxes are too complicated for you to do, in which case you have to pay me to do them.
There it is, man. So it's good news for the tax man and the tax man's minions. Yeah, that's Emery. Emery's the tax guy's minion. So we're going to be going over some AMP stuff tonight because it is still the OG for us here. Loop Ring is now enabled for spending on the Spend app, and I didn't get over to the Reddit, but I'm sure the parades are starting. We're going to be taking that apart a bit more. And the contestants are in for the next podcast game night, which will be Tuesday. And we will be hosting Scott, the newly minted director of Outreach and Partnerships, to bring him your altar questions. And I'm sure you have a lot of them because their tokens dropping. So that would be the guy to answer those. And we have Eric from Secret Code Podcast to give you the goods on the latest happenings on the Secret Network. And there's a lot of stuff coming. So please join us Tuesday, and you can pick on me while I try to sort words out of 8 vowels and 2 consonants playing Secret Dreamscape. And as always on our show, all questions and comments are welcome. We don't run from anything. So if something is on your mind, let us have it. Speaking of which, Belle, I want to get Emery huffing away, and I want to drink my booze, man. It's Saturday night. So I want Emery's. I know he's going to make everybody's night better. But Belle, let's get our traditional question or comment before we go to break. If you have anything, ma'am. I know it's a small crowd, so I'm not really expecting anything. What do you have?
Well, we don't have any questions as of right now, probably because the crowd is so small. But Old Man chimed in when you were saying you were going to probably keel over in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Flat out says, no, you can't die. You're our Zordon.
Okay. You know what? I'll be sure and tell that to my hardening arteries. So that is
You weirdly do look like Zordon. I can kind of get it.
I don't know who Zordon is. Help me out here. I mean, I don't know who the hell you're talking about. I'm not going to look it up, man. If you post the picture,
He was the leader of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, the guy in the glass tube.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell the Power Rangers are. I'm familiar with the concept of something called the Power Rangers, but wasn't that a kid show?
Yeah, mostly.
Then why are you guys so familiar with this?
Because it came out when we were kids.
What was it? When did the Power Rangers come out? Because something tells me Emery still watches them today. He's just got that look of that tradition.
I haven't watched the Power Rangers in quite a long time. That was like a mid-90s thing, Belle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mid to late 90s. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know who this guy is. If you say I look from him or look like him, I'll give you that. If it's really, really accurate, I'll find his picture and I'll put it on the board over there. How about that? I don't run.
It is weirdly accurate.
Is it? I gotta look it up. Is it the goatee? Is that what it is? I gotta shave the puffy goatee down. Is it, or is it he's bald? Because you can say
your head shape. I think it's kind of your head shape and your lack of hair. That'd be my.
Well, I mean, come on. Xavier didn't have any hair either, so I mean, you could easily say I'm that guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be flipping the screens here. Emery's got a lot to tell you. Now we've talked about it, and I did this. I don't listen. So everybody, please pay attention to what he's about to bring you, so that you can brief me because, again, I don't want to hear the bad stuff about my taxes. I just want to hear the good stuff. So, guys, if you can give us 60 seconds, let us flip the screen. Let me drink some apple juice.
We'll be right back.
And we are back with the ever-smiling Belle, who is on camera and taking up half the screen right now and not smiling. Belle, come on. Pick it up. It could be worse. You could have woken up today with your head sewn to the pillow. All right, that could have been your day. Oh, and I saw a funny tweet. I saw what sent it to me. Randy Quaid, Cousin Eddie, he said for $10 million, he will put on the bathrobe, he will drink the Meisterbrow, smoke the cigar, put on the hat, stand in front of your yard, and empty a chemical toilet into your storm sewer, saying, "Merry Christmas, shitter's full." He said he'll do it for $10 million. Honestly, if I had that kind of liquid cash, it would be worth it. It would be worth it to me, because obviously the guy's a good sport about it, but he knows that this is one of the most famous roles for him. And I mean, he's been in some, big movies, long time, been around, but everyone pictures Cousin Eddie with that cap and car. He's dumping the shitter into it was great, man. I would give him the $10 million just to do that. I want to be out there with him taking selfies. It's me and Cousin Eddie. I think that'd be great. So I'm just saying, Belle, the day can always get better. All right, Emery, you have nothing but good news, babe. I could see it by the look on your face that there's just nothing but good news. I know, because I never see you smile. So when you're smiling like that, it seems to mean that I'm about to pay you more money. So why don't you tell the audience why I am about to pay you more money? Emery, the show is yours. I'm going on mute.
Oh, no, we're going to talk about this.
I should hear it. I'm drinking anyway. Go ahead.
So the tax head of Binance actually went on a podcast a few days ago. And he talked about this issue too, which it was interesting to hear from his perspective. But in 2023, cryptocurrency will no longer be its own asset class, which is really big. They'll actually be covered securities, which is way different than how they're classified.
So it's not even going to be uncovered securities?
No, they're not going to be uncovered securities. They'll be covered securities.
Well, that's not good. That's not good. It's not good at all, man. I'm not even in your world, but I know that's not advantageous to me. Why is that not advantageous to me, Emery?
Well, right now, there are a couple big differences between covered and uncovered securities, but the main difference that you have to worry about right now is that a covered security means that there are entities that are reported to the IRS, not just to you. So, for example, Coinbase right now may send you a 1099, and it's up to you to fill in some holes that they have. So if they have some trades, if you have some trades on there that are listed, it's up to you to report that to the IRS. That's what an uncovered security is. Mm-hmm. A covered security means that Coinbase would be reporting all those trades to the IRS alongside with you.
Oh, so they're fact checking me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, come on, man. All right, look, I don't like that. You know what? I'm because now I really do have to tell you everything. Before I didn't tell you everything.
It goes in effect in 2023, so we got some
Well,
time.
I know. It's a whole year away, dude. You know how how quick a year goes when you're an active trader, man. You know how quick a year goes. It seems like we just started this crypto channel, and here it is a year later. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't take that long. So now I'm going to have Coinbase, Gemini, all the major exchanges are going to be fact checking me. What about the Dexas?
Currently, there's no regulation for them, but the IRS is expanding the definition of what a broker is, and a broker would fall in the purview of mandatory reporting for secured property.
So if they're going to define broker, is this going to be anybody who's trading in cryptocurrency?
Maybe.
And you know where I'm going with this, right? I'm going to miners. Are miners?
Yeah, exactly. So right now there is no requirement for that, and I don't know if they'll move to that in the future, but I doubt it.
So you don't think they're going to hit miners?
I don't think so. No, I think the IRS cares more about bigger fish in the sea rather than some person in their basement minting out coins for under say $50,000. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Well, I mean, I look at some of these Ethereum miners, dude. And these guys are making millions.
Yeah, I think that they'll pay attention to them, but there's going to be some thresholds where they just are not going to have the resources to care.
All right, so a small little setup like what I'm doing is probably going to be under the radar.
It's unlikely that they're going to pay attention.
Well,
now, sometimes you have the pleasure and privilege of getting a random audit. But
that's got to be your problem. Well, let me ask you this. As my tax guy, and you were legally obligated to answer this correctly, shall I tell you about all the money that's generated on my validators?
I think it'd be wise if you wanted to lower your chances for an audit.
Of getting cracked.
But one thing I'm going to make everybody sign, however, when I deal with people this year, is that whatever you tell me is all you have. And if you don't want me to know anything, you better not tell me, because I can't not report it.
No, that is crap, dude. The reason that I liked you so much is that you were just shady enough for me. All right, you were just shady enough for me.
Well, I can't. The thing is, if I'm brought under, if someone from the office calls me and says, "Hey, were you aware of this?" I have to testify. I have no choice. I can't. I'm not going to go randomly report people for not reporting their crypto. But if I get a call asking, then I have to testify.
So you're not going to actively dime them out, but if the IRS comes knocking at the door, you're going to go, "Yep, here's their papers." That's what you're going to do, right?
Not if I don't have them.
Oh God, man, this is such a slippery slope, dude. All right, what else? What else was the good news that obviously you wanted to tell me something before the show? Was that it? That I'm banged now and I have to disclose everything? There's no more gray area?
Oh, there's a few more things.
Okay, well, go ahead, man. Make my day better.
Yeah. So one thing that will be coming out of this, and we've already talked about this before, are the wash sales. Those are definitely going to be upcoming in 2022.
Well, I'm interrupting. 2022 or 2023? You know, I take advantage of wash sales. We talk about this. You know that I take advantage of wash sales.
2022, definitely next year.
So wash sales are done.
Wash sales are coming in.
God damn it, man. Why? That's what you wanted to tell me, huh? That's what you wanted to tell me, is that the primary method that
saving the best for last.
The primary way I save most of my capital is through wash sales, and grow most of my capital is through wash sales, and you're telling me I can't do that anymore.
Nope.
So I have to get smarter. Well, what is smarter than a wash sale, man? We were doing it when nobody cared what it was, but now they suddenly care. Well, balls, man. All right, we got to rethink that. That's what you wanted to call me about, how you wanted to tell me that your life as a day trader is pretty much over. Is that what you wanted to say?
Not yet. There's still more.
Okay, well, you know what? Go ahead, man. Let's just cauterize, man. Keep it coming.
Okay. So previously, there was an option for people in crypto to become a day trader and have a lot of other options that say other crypto holders didn't. If you elected, it's called the 457F election. You can become a day trader, and you can say eliminate or at least deduct certain expenses that otherwise couldn't be done. they are taking that out. The possibility of becoming a crypto day trader will be eliminated.
So that's just it. That's done. That's it.
Right. And the reasoning behind it is that crypto is not is basically to become a day trader, you have to have what's called stock, and that's not stock as in like security, but you have to have basically stuff in inventory, right? And crypto will not be considered inventory.
Wait a minute. So you're talking physical inventory?
So certain intangible assets can be inventory. Stock can be considered inventory.
Wait, no. I'm fighting you on this one, man. I'm fighting you on and I'm ready to lawyer up for this. Do you own stock, Emery? Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you ever held a physical stock certificate?
Nope.
So what is the difference between a digital stock and a digital crypto? They are, for all intents and purposes, the exact same thing. A representation of a store of value, period. So to say that we like stock, but we don't like crypto when they are effectively the same thing, there is no way that the IRS has that kind of authority. Or are you telling me different?
I think they are different from a tax law perspective and from an issuing perspective.
But we're not getting there, man. We're talking about from a philosophical perspective. What's the difference?
Philosophicals don't matter.
But will they matter to a judge? That's where I'm going with this, man. Will they matter to a judge?
I don't think they will matter because it's a matter of law. And the law is more or less black and white, where philosophy is not.
So even though they are how about philosophical? How about fundamental? They are a digital store of value. There is no difference between the tokens that I hold and the Microsoft stock that I hold. Both of them are a digital representation of a store of value. Period. They both fluctuate. They both have supply and demand. They operate in the same space.
I wouldn't say that though. I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I would say that a stock is a representative of a share in a company. A cryptocurrency is not.
Okay, what is a cryptocurrency then?
A cryptocurrency, I would say, is a virtual. It's a virtual store of value that represents the value of a particular asset. However, because of its decentralized nature, there is no way to value it against another asset, whereas a stock, it is valued against another asset, i.e. the company.
Well, I mean, you could also come back and say, look, holding shares of Microsoft gives me voting rights. They give me voting rights in the company. My store of crypto gives me governance voting rights, which are fundamentally, they are identical in nature. I hold a certain amount, I can vote it. If I hold one stock of Microsoft, I can vote it. It's not going to do much because I don't own that much of it. But if I own 35% of all Microsoft stock, my vote matters now. How is that different than governance? Honestly, how is that different?
Because there is no governing body. That's why.
What about a DAO?
The DAO is not an entity.
I feel like you're tap dancing on the fringes here, Emery, because I think I made my point. I absolutely believe everything you said, and it's right. I believe it because you don't pull it out of your butt like I do. So I absolutely believe that you and I can both agree that fundamentally, philosophically, they're the same thing. But you're going to fall over on that legislation, and I think you're right, man, because they will absolutely ram me. I don't like it, but I am an opinion editorial channel, and I'm telling you my opinion on this sucks, all right? Because they are wrong. It's what?
I said it's rough to think about it because in a philosophical kind of way, yeah, you can argue that a cryptocurrency does give you much of the same rights as a stock does, but currently there is no asset class like a cryptocurrency until they assign it one in 2023. So it's I would say that they're fundamentally different than stocks for a number of reasons.
Okay, but so what is my Microsoft stock? Is that a covered security or an uncovered security?
It is a covered security.
All right, so
fall under what are called 1202 property.
Okay, so 2023 crypto is going to fall under covered securities.
Correct.
So at that point next year, they're going to be the same. Not only philosophically, but by law, they're going to be the same thing.
They will be treated the same way by law. I don't want to
Okay.
say they are the same thing. I will say they will be treated the same way.
So you know enough about stocks and all that stuff, though, that because that's I invest in 401k and I leave it there, man. I don't want to play around with legacy stocks. I don't care, but you know your way around that market, right?
Yeah, reasonably.
So you know how it's potentially manipulatable, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Just nod your head. We all know. We all know the answer, man. All right, so good. Then you're still going to be my guy then, because if you know how to work that market and we are now still dealing with the same asset class by law, then you'll know how to take care of my crypto investment. So all I have to do is eat it for a year with no wash sales and figure out how to become profitable. I might be a holder, dude. This might be the first time. You guys, you know what? You're hearing it here first on the odds. And Aram, thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate it, dude. You know what? We haven't gotten a tip for months. Nobody comes. We give nothing but bad news on the live streams because of Emery right here. So we haven't been tipped $1 in months. So I appreciate it, man. Look, this is for Aram. This is it. Thank you. All the tips go straight to Bell, by the way. All right, Emery does okay. I do okay, but Bell, all the tips go straight to Bell. So you're not tipping me, you're tipping the girl. Hey, does that make you happy, Bell? We haven't gotten one. I got to break something here because Emery is just taking the air out of the room.
That does make me happy, and it's more the fact that Abraham believes in us enough that he dropped a super chat. That's awesome. Thank you.
Haven't had one. We haven't had one in months, man. I've been becoming very disheartened here. It's like, boy, they hate us now. They hate.
So there you go, Aram. You just gave Scott Spirits a boost. Thank you.
You absolutely did, man. I appreciate it. And babe, I ain't the one getting your blood pressure up. All right, it's the Sith Lord here is getting your blood pressure up. Emery, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry.
Oh, do I have to?
Yep. Yes, dude. Come on, man. It's the audience. They're family. Everybody here is family. And you come on here and you just break their heart. I don't care what you do to me. You can beat the hell out of me. You do it every fucking day. I get it, man. But you're beating the hell out of some of these people. I'll tell you what. For those who might not have ever joined us before, Emery, explain a wash sale and explain why I am so upset right now.
Yeah. So what a wash sale is that you'll buy a security, which will be cryptos in a year or so. So right now we'll just say as a stock, let's say you bought a Microsoft stock at $10. I don't know how much they're worth now. I have no idea.
About 3.25.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
So you buy that stock, right? And it starts to plummet in value. For whatever reason, and your only option right now, or what you think might be your only option, is to sell, right? At any one particular rate, and the wash sale comes in when you buy back in at the original value, basically to wipe out any kind of loss that you may have had.
Yeah. So everything that you've ever heard me say on this show is basically wash sales. This is what I do, man. And Emery's now telling me that I can't do that anymore because I like to save my money. All right, I do. I don't like to watch it go bye-bye. I realize profits. I do it all the time. I advocate for it in my non-financial advice, wink in a nod way. This is what I do. All right, this is exactly what I do. This is how I've built wealth. This is it. And Emery comes on, and I know this is what you were going to tell me, weren't you? This is what you wanted to call me before the show to really put me in a good mood and just say, Scott, your way of doing business is over. Who was the guy in Temple of Doom? Who was the bad guy?
The German guy?
No, Temple of Doom, not the first one. In Temple of Doom, the guy that pulls people's hearts out.
Oh, was it? I thought his name was Khan or something like that.
I don't know. Somebody in chat's got to know, man. Please, you know what? I'll tell you what. We're going to give out an Ultra Mail key to the first person who could type the name of the guy who rips people's hearts out in Temple of Doom. Indiana Jones at the Temple of Doom. So we get an ultra mail key to the first person who types that name, because I am rechristening the Sith Lord. He will no longer be the Sith Lord. He's going to be whoever the hell this guy is, because every time I get a phone call and it says Emery right there on top, Emery, Brotherhood of Steel, it makes my legs go numb. I'm like, God, it's not going to be good news. He doesn't just call to chat. Nobody calls to just say hi. You know what? I like friendly emails too, guys. It always doesn't have to be busting my balls. You can just, check in. I do that to people all the time. But I want to rechristen. Belle, did we get the name up there yet?
We have not gotten the name in chat
Nobody
yet.
wants an ultra mail key. Guys, this is a financial, we're paying for it for you, all right? You'll get ultra mail for a year. It's on us. But who was the bad guy that was chanting, oh, no, as he tears your heart out? Because that's Emery, and he just did it to me, man. You guys didn't get to see it live. Now you do. I'm experienced it. So for some,
Jim Wallace just chimed in with Mola Ram, which is the correct answer.
there we go. This is giving it up for Jim Wallace. Mola Ram. Belle's email is right down below when we go back to the politics frame. You'll see Belle's email is right down below. Please send her an email. She will send you an ultra mail key. And if you don't know how, she will help you set it up. So it's not that confusing. Ultra mail is the way. It is the future. They don't pay me. I'm not shilling it. I don't care if you buy it. I would like it if you use it, because if you're sending me emails, I'd prefer that they be on ultra mail, so nobody sees them but you and me. So in that case, you can send me your those pictures that I really don't want to see. MJ marijuana. Don't send me those, dude. You're a very attractive man. I just don't think you're the one for me. That's all. That's all I'm saying there. All right. So Mola Ram, Emery, what else you got?
That's all the great news I had for tonight.
That is fantastic, man. You just
Otherwise, there's more crypto interesting things going on.
All right.
So.
You know what? We're going to flip frames. We're going to go back to the politics frame. So we're going to take a little break. Let me have a break. Let me put a little bit more of the medicine in me, because now I think I have to finish this and top it up, man, because my way of trading is over, just absolutely over. And I have about 2 weeks to come up with a new method. So this will be fun, but I promise you when I come up with it, you guys will hear about it. So again, 60 seconds, guys, and
We'll be right back.
Another $4 super chat.
no way.
Yes.
My
Rick.
God, that's two. Belle, you made $9 tonight. I told you, if you wear tighter shirts, you'll get more tips. Reality is what it is. And look at you, man. You made $9.
This shirt isn't that tight.
I got you the extra small Podocast shirt for a reason, and you never wear it. I mean, come on, what the hell, man? Nobody comes here to see me, and they don't come here to see Emery. They come here to see what you're wearing. So keep that in mind. You're on the screen. No, we were talking during the break. And Emery, yes, you are absolutely right. They will win. If I decided I'm going to lawyer up, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing the heat, and hell with you guys. You got to show me that it's different. I recognize that they'll win. I have no problem with that. But my question for you is, can I deduct the retainers that I'm going to pay to the lawyers while I fight this? Will I be able to deduct that?
No, absolutely not.
Dude, come on, man.
Here's another question I have for you. If we want them to treat them exactly like stocks, is that something you really want?
Let me ask you that. I want a level playing field. That's all I want. I want a
So
level playing field.
you want the companies to issue, your S1s to make sure that they're federally liable to repay you back if there's something happens.
Oh,
You
in
want
the
all the reporting requirements of a stock. You really want all of that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because
Right now,
if you want to treat them exactly like stocks, then you're going to get them exactly like stocks. And I don't want that.
No, man. Could you imagine what happens up here, man? Could you imagine what that would do? Because a lot of these shops they're very small. All right. These are very small shops, man. 1 and 2 and 3 people. So no, I don't think I do, because I don't think they can support it, man. There aren't enough people. I had the chat box turned off, didn't I? Oh, no, not the chat box. We got another one. Tiffany and Rico both sent us money. Look at there, man. Bell's just killing it tonight. Absolutely killing it. But my little my crypto widget box is not working. So that thing's supposed to be going off on super chats, but maybe they changed something. All right, do we got any more good news, or Bell? Or we're to the question phase, unless you guys just want to talk about AMP, and I'm more than happy to talk about AMP. But we like to wrap up with questions, comments, concerns, or observations. So, Bell, have we gotten any, or is everybody just?
The one question we've gotten asked is from MJ asking, well, when Catwoman outfit? Is that what it's going to take to rack up the super chats, guys? Or am I going to have to come out here in a different cosplay every week?
You know what? I think that should absolutely happen. Emery, what do you think about that? Look, man, we got 3 people, all right? So we have a quorum. So what do you think, Emery? Should she be dressing up every week?
Bell's not into that. Something tells me.
Can I get away? Can I get away with coming in, in Ren garb and a corset? Because trust me, you'll see more of that way.
Corset. Well, I'm not going to wear my armor. I could, maybe I'll do a show in armor, but all you're going to hear is clanking, because I'm a hand talker and I'm animated. So all you're going to hear is clank and chink and bang all night. There was no such thing as a stealthy man at arms. It didn't. It absolutely did not happen, man. So, look at there. D Gully gave you $5. Everybody's paying you tonight, Bell. So,
well.
They're paying me. I don't give a shit to me. No. There, look, the damn thing worked. So, yay! There you go, man. That's Merry Christmas. But yeah, start dressing it up, and you'll get the tip. These are yours. This is not my money. They ain't tipping me. What good news have I given them tonight? What good news has Emery given them tonight? I got Muller Ram that's just out here reaching in and pulling my heart out, and it's still beating too. It's still beating in his hand as he's laughing at me. He's just, you can't watch it.
Get lowered into lava, like a lava pit too. So I mean,
Well, what's the point, man? What am I gonna do now, dude? I have been trading the same way as long as I've been in crypto. All right. I have been doing the same thing, the same method, and it's worked for me. All right. I've made a lot of money. I am going to continue to make money, but now I have to change everything about what I'm doing. So honestly, man, it's with no wash sales. The real, without being able to do wash sales, man, I have got to go after high APR stakes. That's it. Now, I hate things like VVS. All right. I hate these things. I keep getting hit up. Do videos about VVS. Do videos about this. Be the bank. I keep getting hit up. It's not for me. All right. It's not something that I want to do. It's not something that I want to push on the channel. I like products. I like Jackal. I like Alter. I like Secret Network. I like products that I could push on here. And these things, I know you like them. All right. I know that you like things like VVS and the liquidity pools. I know you like them. It's not for me. But honestly, man, you guys might be leaving me no choice here. If I can't do wash sales, then I need high APRs. That's it. There is no other two ways. Dude, you're my tax guy, all right? You're my financial advisor. If I can't do wash sales, Emery, what should I do?
You'll have to be creative, I think.
Okay, tell me how to be creative, man. Come on. The hell am I paying you for? What? Tell me how to be creative, man. Come on, well, I'm going to do the Gordon Gekko thing.
Before, you might have to switch to a holding pattern. I mean, that's kind of my MO right now because I don't day trade. I don't have the time. I'm sure if I had the time, I'd be more profitable. But I just don't.
Did you not hear my monologue? I said I don't do that. All right, I got my long-term holds, or I got my long-term coins. You guys have been following the channel for a while. You know I got my long-term untouchables. But that's not really what I do, all right? That generates wealth 5 years from now, all right? I want payday every day. but without being able to do wash sales. I don't know how I can do that. Not everything is a winner, all right? None of us nail them all. It just doesn't happen. If I can hit 52%, that is my ultimate cutoff. I want to be profitable 52% of the time. So if I am profitable 52% of the time, I won the world, all right? Because then it's just a matter of time. It will go up and up and up if I'm consistent, but I'm going to be profitable 2% more than I am not profitable. Following the same pattern, I just won the world. And I've been able to maintain that. But one of the big things that it enables me to maintain that is wash sales. So if I can't do that now, you just took away the house edge from me. Now what the hell am I supposed to do? That's it. I'm just gonna buy and stay. God, I'm sorry, man. You got me off my game here tonight, dude. So your advice.
Do we want to get on to a better topic then?
No, I want to run this out. Fuck him. I just demonetized. Demonetized the video. I don't care. This is big, and nobody's talking about it. How can you not talk about this? What other crypto show is out here saying right now, oh, by the way you trade? Yeah, that's over. That is over come 2022. Emery, give me a little something here, man. All right, is it still in consideration, or is this a done deal?
The wash sales? Yeah, that's for sure.
There it is, right there. See that? The fingers are glowing. He's on my chest. No. Yeah, they're done. Just go into the light, Scott. Just go into the light, man. It's going to be okay. And the advice from my financial advisor is be creative. I'm having such a good night, man. This is great. Clearly, that's not the advice. All right, we talk offline. Emery's not going to disclose anything publicly because he's not allowed to, but we will talk offline. Scott intends to get creative. All right, I intend to get amazingly creative. And when I find the way, I will tell you all the way. All right, the way that I do it. Not advising you to do it. I'm telling you this is what I'm doing now. But until I figure that out, man, I'm staking high APRs. That's it. That's the only way I'm going to be able to cover myself because I'm not going to be able to trade as much. That's just it. So until I find that new way, I will be staking high APRs, man. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get the ROI. I cannot stake, not right now. Honestly, dude, I woke up this morning. I've been trading all day. I've been having a good day. I know the market's red. It's never red for me. But yeah, that's it. That's over, man. So either I find a way to, capitalize over the next 13 days or that's it. Got to get creative. All right, Belle, do we got any questions, comments, concerns, or observations here?
We do have a question. We do have a couple of questions,
okay.
Actually.
I hope they're for Emery. I hope they're for Emery so I can pick on him. Go ahead, Belle.
Lindsay is the first one asking, are you guys going to talk about the Alter Mail launch?
Yep.
I think he's talking about the token dropping.
Yep. We want to take it. Yeah, I'll let Emery give a couple minutes on this one. Now, keep in mind, guys, Tuesday we have Scott is going to be on the show. So you're more than welcome to ask him everything about that. Not a lot's going to change between 3 days. But go ahead, Emery. I know that you're tip-top on him. You're talking with him daily.
So there's an article that got released. It was yesterday or the day before about how the private sales will work. Mm-hmm. So there are two private sales. There's private sale A and B. Private sale A are the lifetime member perks. So if you're a lifetime member, I think before December, 16th or something like that. Yeah. Don't quote me on that date. But before a certain amount of time, you can become a lifetime member and you have access to that perk. Private sale A. That comes in 3 increments. It'll be in increments of 500, 1,000, 1,500, I believe. Now that's open to anyone who is a lifetime subscriber. Private sale B is a little bit different, and it's more restrictive for a couple of reasons. One, the minimum investment is $5,000. Two, there's a KYC involved, and that KYC is attached geographically, in which case, if you are in the U.S., you cannot participate.
That's a no. Yep.
So that's what I know about it.
I might have to use a shell company to buy that. Emery, would you know how to set up a shell company so that I could get in on this around the KYC? You see that smile? He can. He won't say he can, but he damn well knows that
that's a lawyer thing.
Sure it is.
And I think the vesting schedule is 3 years, either way, I believe. So got to keep in there for 3 years.
And I was okay. I was trying to give him 50 grand when he was on the show, and we had Oscar on the show. I'm writing a check, but here, 50 grand, dude. I wanted to be in on the seating, but they were already full by then. So I mean, I'm trying to shove 50,000 at him, dude. I want in. Here's money, and he said no. So now I'm gonna be.
And I believe, go ahead.
Well, now I'm back to buying it like a schmuck. So I wasn't able to be the big daddy.
I say private sale A, you can get them at 50 cents. B is 75 cents, and I think token launch is $1.07. I think I want to say something like that. So it'll be a pretty good discount and during the private sales.
Are we going to be able to get them through osmosis?
Secret swap,
but not osmosis.
They didn't mention anything about osmosis, but I would say it's probably a possibility, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe Scott will know. We'll get him on. Belle, were there other questions?
There was another question from BC. Do you think we will need 25K in the future to day trade crypto like normal stocks?
I don't know. What do you think, Emery?
25K to day trade crypto like normal stocks?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think so. I would think that crypto is a bit more accessible. And the reason I think it's more accessible is because there's no bank necessary. You don't have to open up a securities exchange platform like an account or anything like that, which is nice. All you really need to do is open up one centralized exchange, and all you need to do to provide is, your like a social identification card. But otherwise, you're free to do anything you want. I think crypto is a little less restrictive than stocks to get into, and the reason is because a lot of cryptos are sub $1.
They're penny stocks.
A lot of stocks aren't like that anymore, and because of that, I would say that it's more easily gotten into, which is why a lot of, for lack of better words, just poor regions around the world, crypto has been just a freeing thing for a lot of those people because they can get into some kind of money without having a whole lot of money in the first place.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, because you're talking about some of these third world places where their currency is upheld, their native currencies, their fiat currencies is upheld by faith. And I mean, look at Venezuela. What's the inflation, the insane runaway there? We always go back to Zimbabwe because that's a very, very good indicator. I have $1 trillion Zimbabwe note, and I have it framed up over my desk to remind myself, all right, that fiat is exactly that. So yeah, I could see these a lot of these poorer countries really taking advantage of this because the currency that they're investing in, let's call it AMP, let's say AMP, just for giggles. But what they're putting their money into right now, the value of it is shored up by basically every investor in the world. So its value is determined by everybody else, not just by a single country or a single entity. So yeah, I could easily say how that would be advantageous to a lot of these other countries.
It helps the unbanked, as they call it. And there's a really neat story about people in Argentina who, what they do all day to make money. They play crypto games. What's that game with the axes? I forget what it's called.
Axie Infinity. Yeah.
Yeah, there are many people in that country that play that game for income because they cannot rely on the Argentinian peso, right? So they play the game on their phone for 8 hours a day. They make their money, and that's how they live.
Yeah, because if they could make a couple, $2, $3, $4, man, that's not a bad day. I mean, it's just not a bad day. It's not a matter of the physical amount. It's a matter of the buying power of what you have. That's it. I mean, that's what we always
forget. The US dollar goes a long way down there.
And we always forget about that when we start talking about currencies. The wealth of the current or the value of the currency is what you can buy with it. That's buying power. That's what currency is. I mean, we seem to have gotten away from this. Why do we use currency? Because barter is difficult in some places and in some instances. So if I'm a fishmonger, I catch fish and I sell my fish. Emery makes bricks. Now, he might want my fish, but I don't need his bricks right now. The difference is that his bricks will be bricks 6 months from now, and my fish will be absolutely worthless. There's nothing left. So because we can't trade this very moment, I don't want his bricks. That's where, currency developed from. And I hate to get real basic, but that is effectively it. That's where currency came from. So that he has something that I can use now for my perishable goods that I can use to him for his non-perishable goods at a later time when I actually need them. So that's like the very basics of currency. And I know this is stupidly basic, but you get the idea. So it always comes down to buying power of currency. So when we go talking about crypto, and it's something that gets lost because we always compare how much money is it worth. And I always say, what can I buy with it? What is its worth as far as spending it? And I akin it more to gold than I do to any other fiat currency, because gold is something that's recognized the world over, and so is crypto now. It's borderless. If for 1 ounce bar of gold, 1 ounce small bar of gold here in the U.S., I can buy a nice horse saddle with it. I'm just using that. I could buy a nice horse saddle with 1 ounce bar of gold. I can go to China with a 1 ounce bar of gold, and I can buy a very nice horse saddle. I can go to Russia with a 1 ounce bar of gold, and I can buy a very nice horse saddle. Its buying power is universal throughout the entire country. The goods and services I can get in the U.S., I can get in China, I can get in Russia, I can get in Argentina. I can get the same amount of buying power with that 1 ounce bar of gold. And that's why I put crypto closer to gold, because it more closely resembles gold, meaning that it is not fiat. It is not infinite. Only so much will ever exist when you look at specific coins. Look at Bitcoin. There'll never be more than 21 million. There can't be. So I think I put it closer over there as a means of trade. That's why I think it's a more accurate means of trade. And honestly, that's why I got into it. I'm going philosophical here. I didn't mean to do this on a Saturday night. Belle, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns, or observations?
We have one more question from Blackbeard. What do you think? Will Shade Protocol Peg work with multiple different currencies backing it?
Emery.
I think it's a great idea, in my opinion. What if, say, the U.S. dollar deflates terribly over a period of time? What does Shade Protocol do? It backs it with other currencies. I can't remember what the currency basket was, or I'm not sure if they've actually determined that yet, but it's going to be a couple. I imagine the dollar, the euro, probably the yen as well. But the point is to have multiple currencies backing it, so in case one fails, it doesn't deflate itself terribly. So
yeah, it'll save
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I was applauding Eric when he was in telling me about it here, because it's the algorithm. It's the algorithmic stablecoin, and I think it's I think it's amazing. I really do, and. I try. Emery's the secret guy, though, man. I mean, I try to. I want to give him all the time on that one, so that if he changes his mind, he can change my mind as well. I don't want. I don't want to be.
And it'll actually, and the stable coin will be called Silk. Shade is something completely different. That is.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm thinking Silk. You know why? Because I'm drinking. Yeah, Silk. What? Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. I'm sorry. That's where I was going with that one, because. Yeah. It's an amazing. I'm still just absolutely baffled by it. But when I consider buying power, when I consider buying power of a product, I look at that and I see something that exactly what I was talking about, where I'm going with this universal value, like gold. They just did it algorithmically, and yeah, man. I mean, I'm still floored by that. So I'm sorry, I was misunderstanding, and plus I was.
Drinking. And there's a really good distinction. Shade Protocol, the Shade token, will be used for arbitrage, which has a whole lot of applications to it. I think it's an amazing idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And yes, I was off base. I got to stop drinking during these, dude. But you know what? It's Saturday night. I can do whatever I want. All right, we are coming to the end. Belle, if we have no other questions, comments, concerns, or observations.
That was it for tonight.
Wow, man, we are just what it was, man. That's what it was. It was Molinar here that just pulled my heart out, man. And you deflated the entire audience, Emery. They didn't even ask questions tonight, man. Look what you did. Look what you did. How do you feel about this one, man? When am I have to be the voice, the uplifting voice, man? I'm supposed to be the desk thumper, dude, and you took it all away from us. All right, Emery, 30 seconds. We're coming to the end of it. 30 seconds. It's all yours, man. Go.
Yeah, so a couple of things I want to touch on by the end of the year, especially if you're looking for interesting things to look into for trading. We went over audience a little bit. I think that there'll be something that'll be really big in the future, and I'd say the next quarter they might show some real good promise. And over the next couple weeks, things kind of get hectic at the end of the year because a lot of people will start trading coins and stuff like that to hedge their losses. So just be careful about volatility in the market near the end of the year. That's what I'd say.
And a lot of that volatility is going to come from me. But you know what? I'll let you guys know before I make big moves. I'll put it on the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, join the Discord. All right, Bella, do you got anything fun to say, or are we just gonna go ahead and wrap this one up?
Well, I think this is a fantastic time to wrap things up. Since Emery decided to do his thing and break everyone's souls.
Yeah, and everybody said shade, and I heard silk. You guys got to separate these names a little more.
No, it was the other way around. Is
that what I think this silk
Yes.
is? Okay. I'm still doing it, dude. I promise I know my product. All right, Belle, take it away. I'm going on mute, and I finished my booze. So, Belle, please take it away.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us tonight on this fantastically funny and heartbreaking live stream, thanks, Emery. We do thank each and every single one of you. We wouldn't be here doing this if it wasn't for you guys. Now, we will definitely be back on this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I was getting there. But Tuesday, remember, we are having game night with Eric from Secret Network and with Scott from Alter. Not obviously our Scott here. He's of course going to be there, and Emery is going to be there as well. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and definitely join us on those two live streams. They're going to be a lot of fun. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we can't thank you enough for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.